Hey guys, it's been a little bit over a month since I moved into my new home with Josh, Will, Laura, Danny and of course Linny. Adjusting to that move has been interesting, but I feel very happy and comfortable these days. However, for the last month, I've had the question, how's Smudge doing? Asked to me, I don't know, thousands of times. And so here's the video to let you see him finally once again. This poor cute son of a gun has been moved around a lot, and whenever he goes into his moving box, it was usually for the vets. So, you know, understandably, he was very nervous when we moved. Lucky for him, it was just a new home and new people and not the vets. So far he's become more and more accustomed to this new area, and overall I think he's a lot happier for it. We have this nice open flat space for him, and he's right next to our room, so we can see him so much easier now. He used to live all the way at the bottom of my parents' garden inside a conservatory that my dad had built. Now he's in a new one, but we can see him and pet him whenever without any effort at all. So, you know, he's getting tons of attention from everyone all the time. He's so spoiled. So when it comes to trust and him allowing us to pet him and be around him, he's been getting better. Normally for a long time, you know, you go to pet him and he's like, nope, running over here, you know, kind of thing, or like bounces. Or basically he feels like the sensation of being patted or touched in any way feels strange to him. He's like, it makes him jump or kind of thing, or did anyway. And now he's kind of used to and you know, there are times when we get him at the right spot between the shoulders, and he's like, that's the thing I want in my life, and he's so happy about it, right? But until he's used to being touched a bit more, he will still have that initial shock of when someone puts their hand on him or anything like that. Apparently most rabbits are actually really happy when you pet them on the heads, and they seem to enjoy that, whereas our Smudge is like, nope, get away from that's my face, you get away from there, kind of thing. So he's a bit different, I guess. Like I mentioned, he really likes it between the shoulders, but generally he's still learning and whatnot. So if you have any advice on how to get a rabbit to actually like acknowledge that, hang on, being pet feels good, maybe I won't be so dramatic about this, then please let me know. But the thing is, he's actually at that age now. I think he's like 7 months or something like that now. Yeah, he's kind of like almost like a rabbit teenager. And my first rabbit, Snowflake, she went through the same thing. It's actually apparently common. And they get a bit grumpy and grouchy. And I'll tell you what, oh my god, Smudge has been so grumpy these last like few days, this last week. He started to make that like waspy sound, you know, when someone touches him, or when we feed him in the morning when he's like hungry and he's like, no, feed me now immediately. He makes this sort of like, do it now, kind of sound. I don't know how to describe it, but he's a big baby, basically. You know, a lot of the time he's really happy and open and runs around and giddy and stuff, especially when we feed him salad. But he has been really grumpy occasionally about some stuff, and when people like go in his space and stuff. So again, maybe I need to look more into this, but it does seem like he's going through his bunny teenager years right now. You'll have seen there that we have some treats that we've been giving him. Linny's sister actually sent over some of these German treats that he is obsessed with. He just grabbed it, ran into his house, ate it, you know, he just loves them, so they're very rarely given, you know, we can't spoil him too much. We also have this like apple bar thing that he really enjoys chewing on and fighting and biting. It's very good for him to rip at because it's very sturdy. It seems really hard to eat, so I'm assuming it's a good way to keep his teeth from getting too sharp, I guess, and keeping them in line. But it also seems like a tasty treat. He likes to claw into it as well. It's really cute.
So aggressive. So cute.
But fret not, we've also been giving him plenty of greens. You know, we were very careful about what has lots of sugar in it, because rabbits love things with sugar in it. So we do give him plenty of salad, you know, regularly. We also gave him rocket for the first time the other day, and he loved that. But yeah, very sugary things you have to be really careful with. Strawberries, berries of any kind, really. Grapes, you know, they love them, rabbits. God, they love them. But it's very sugary and you don't want them to eat too much of that. So yes, we've been giving him healthier food and, you know, things that are less like human made, I guess, like those German treats, for example. But yeah, he's definitely getting plenty of greens, but we're being very cautious and careful not to give him too much, you know, spinach and things like that. But his diet needs to adjust, and I think he's doing very well so far when it comes to that. Finally, you may have noticed the new area he's in. We have this big cage that Lenny ordered from Amazon, I think. But basically what it is it's an area you can manipulate and move to force it so he's only allowed in that certain area, right? Now, the overzealous son of a gun has been let out a little bit, right, to run around. And we had like this cardboard box wall barrier thing, so he could run around the whole of the conservatory and just have fun with that, right? A lot of the time he would run under the sofa and just hide under there. He slept under there once. It's really hard to get him out from under there once he's under there because he just likes it. But it's awkward for us to actually get to him and stuff like that. But there was one night where we let him stay out all night because he was like asleep under the couch. We didn't want to wake him up and all that. And then he managed to climb up onto the side of the windowsill, onto the box barrier, over the box barrier, and behind, and got behind one of the lizards' vivariums. It was Alicia, the bearded dragon, and he chewed through the wire of the light bulb that's like extra powerful that heats her. And if that's not on, she gets very cold, and it's sometimes life-threatening. So that wasn't great, obviously. So we had to get this this fence that we can put up, and then that allows him to run around in the conservatory, but he can't get past that at all. There's no way. Being very cautious now, never letting him out all night ever again. But he's a very curious guy and he's very mischievous, so he did get out and do that, and we've got to be really careful that doesn't happen again. Also, the box with a bunch of paper and stuff in it, he loves that. He jumps in there and just flops around and bounces and jumps on it. It looks really soft and fun to like run around in, but unfortunately I'm not rabbit sized, so it's just for Smudge. But there we have it. I do hope that you enjoyed this little Smudge update. I know that a lot of you are interested in how he's doing and seeing him. I think he's adorable, and I like doing these videos when I can. When there's, you know, relevant things to tell you about and show you. Otherwise, we'll be back to your gaming goodness very soon, and thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time, guys.